Good morning everyone and welcome back to the Two-Headed Wolf Gaming channel and Total War Saga Troyas. Today we start the episode with two battles against our main targets in this war, Athens and the Corinthians. We are at war with Ionia and Elis as well over here, but they are not our primary target for the moment. We will need to reposition our entire armies in order to take over their territory. Well, let's start with that and then we'll talk about the rest of the map.
Victory awaits us.
Let's see what we managed to do here. You can see that our balance of power is pretty much midway through. We have two heavy swordsmen skirmishers on their side. This will be a bit tough, first of all because they are heavily armored, but second of all is because they have this missile damage, they have these javelins which they can throw into battle, and they do have quite a big amount of damage here, plus their armor piercing, so it's going to be interesting how we handle that. On the other side, they have some heavily javelineers and a bunch of archers with good range, so we'll have to see how we manage to make it through this with the army that we have available. Now let's get this going. I feel if we manage to take over this territory and get good amount of replenishment before we go to the next village, which once again is undefended, we will be in a very good position. We coordinated one of our allies to attack his Athens main army last time, so look at that. That looks great. So if we're lucky, our ally will take care of Athens' main army. I'm gonna try to deploy. Now, if they have troops uphill, we're not gonna engage. We're gonna go around, but I'm going to try to do something which I've done in this map in the past. Probably take 4 spears. Like this. Take 3 more spears and we're gonna bring them to the right here. And then have these javelins in the back. Now let's take a look here. These are the harpies. They could help us a lot in taking down the enemy. Hopefully we'll be able to put them to good use. Let's start the battle. Hey, we're gonna go this way over here. I don't see any of his other troops around. If there are none, that would be absolutely great for us. Let's try to climb the hill through here. And we're gonna go forward over here as well. With Agamemnon, we have the ability to do a better charge than they would be able to do.
Agamemnon, I will.
So far so good. I don't see any defenders. I want to go this other way around as well. Let's push the forces forward here.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
Okay. Let's try to use our harpies to throw a bunch of javelins on these heavy swordsmen. Okay. We got hit by those axes and we're taking some range damage, but let's try to get into the fight as quickly as possible. I'm gonna bring 2 spears to the left, or center left. I'm gonna bring 2 spears to center right. Okay. Apparently, we are doing some good damage. They're running away from us, leaving their backs opened. Which, don't mind if I take advantage of that, especially against his heavy troops. Okay, I am going to charge his heavy swords here. And I'm gonna bring the spears on this other side as well. His general is free. Let's use the swords in the back of these axes to make sure that we're breaking them sooner, as they do have a lot of armor piercing available to them there. Good. You engage here, you engage on that side. Actually, I should probably engage these light spearmen instead. Let's do that, so that they don't charge us, they don't get a bonus on us there. You engage here, please, and thank you. Probably one of the spears units should be engaged with the others. Yeah, no, don't let them leave. Keep them engaged, nice. How are we doing here? Not the greatest that I've seen so far. Let's try to engage Agamemnon in these light spears. Or with these light spears. I'm gonna try to take down those, break
Your
them.
hero is under attack.
Good, so far so good. Oof. These light spears are really doing a number on us. Let's try to flank them. Let's move our harpies forward. Let's try to probably just focus on these heavy units here. Okay, Agamemnon is doing its thing. Look at these swords. They've taken a lot of damage.
Your warriors are losing heart.
And still, they're doing a lot of damage to us. But then again, strong units. I will throw some javelins at these young spears here. Seems like a prime target. Good, we're done on this side. Let's go forward here. Harpies, let's
Your warriors have been routed.
get you disengaged. I think we'll be good on this side. I'm just gonna go and engage these heavy skirmishers. I feel like I can engage these light spearmen. Over on this side, these guys haven't broken yet. Let's keep on them.
Victory is close enough to taste.
We've taken some casualties, but we didn't lose any unit, I believe. This still has 8 troops within it. Replenishment will be difficult, but I feel like at this point we can fast
You will
forward
soon
it.
hold the enemy's victory point.
Let's do this. Yeah. And I am going to be focusing on taking down his hero here.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Come on. I'll just pause it and see you back on the map. Good. So we didn't lose any of the units, that is great for us. On this occasion we're gonna do... I could do a loot and occupy. Or a bunch. Let's do loot and occupy just because I want to get a bunch of replenishments. Alright, we're gonna spend resources of course to repair the settlement over here and still get those replenishments, but look at this, we are almost combat ready once again. I have 2 empty spaces which I could bring a few more expandable units, right? Good charge, shielded, expendable, 70 damage, so These spears are doing the same amount, as you can see here. They're doing the same amount of damage, however, the charge of these units, just because they're lighter, is a lot better. Let's bring 2 of these young spears into the army as well for now. And I could go even further with the charge, 20% more charge. Rallying Cry would increase the morale and melee defense of units in the area. Or Shield Wall, which will increase their missile resistance. Shield Wall might be very important in a siege battle, for example. Morale and melee defense is really good, of course, when we're engaging in battle. I like the missile resistance, to be honest. %7% of casualty replenishment when raiding. Raiding no longer incurs movement penalties and reduce the attrition even further. 20% movement range of hero's army after battle. Ooh, some good choices here, and I'm not sure exactly which one to take. Let's get the Rallying Cry. I feel like that might have better uses for now. Okay, we have another province which provides us with goods. Then we're gonna go to Torikos here to take the gold mine. Then we'll have another farm and Athens itself as the capital. On this side, this is battle number 2, which should be interesting to see. As you can see, he has 3 heavy swordsmen. All of these have missiles on them, so it should be interesting to see. We have some heavy skirmishers once again, but less archers. Still, this army is not as good as the other one. It does not have... What is this? Rebellious warriors. Ah, so minus 20% morale of all units in this army because of the event which happened. You know what?
Kill them all.
I feel like for the moment we're just gonna wait.
I'm expecting some spirited bargaining.
The barter has gone away, but we can restart it. You know what? Let's do that.
Not a problem.
It's a good amount of food, and for the moment it's helping us a lot. Let's take a look. What else did we gain? Agamemnon, yeah, we know he gained a level. Now what I am thinking is that as soon as this royal decree is done, even though I could get the public service here to increase our growth, and that might be a good idea, I am actually thinking of focusing on cadence drills in order to get honoring our blood. Get that plus 30 to diplomatic relations with the Danaans. And I'm thinking that that might bring me even closer to Confederate Diomedes here. I would really love if we could do that. The strongest to emerge will be viewed as a natural ally whom this one will strive to befriend, so that would be good. Still, as we're expanding, there's another problem that we have here, is that we will get more penalties with all of the factions. So, who knows? For now, we have another agent here, right?
I court divine favor.
Can't do anything on this side. I feel like getting an buy might be important to do.
Any problem, go away.
Let's bring him in this direction. What are these? Allied faction is off, enemy faction, neutral faction. Okay, Hesperia has a 20 stack troop, but I don't think they're enemies to us. Okay, Athens is returning to the capital. I don't think that our ally can take them down, to be honest. Okay, we've been attacked now by another hero. I will retreat. And we're gonna get some replenishments there. There's another 18 stack army, as I've seen. Ally mobilizes against force. Great. Recruit a mythical unit. And sign a pact of non-aggression.
Will go down in history.
That is beyond me.
Okay, I guess for the moment we're just gonna retreat and try to replenish.
Inspired by heavenly power.
Let's take this spy over here and let's take a look. Can I assassinate someone? No, we're not gonna reach him in time.
Under divine
I can do a ritual of exaltation here, which gives us favor with Hephaestus, which once again brings us the bonus in. We don't have a whole lot of food to do a hecatomb to increase his favor even further. She has a swift-footed mule, which increases campaign movement range of host army by 8%. Well, it's not you that I want you to use it
I
with.
know their weaknesses.
Right? I believe that we can give it to the diplomat as well. So let's try to remove this. And let's see if the diplomat
Go down in history.
can equip it. Yes. Great. So that just gave us more movement speed there.
The Lion of Mycenae,
Agamemnon is
Lord of men.
ready to attack another settlement. Let's get the gold in here. He doesn't have a whole lot of army. What is this? So just a bunch of axes, a few bowmen. If I auto-resolve, I'm going to lose some unit. You can see there the casualties, they are set at medium. Even though this battle is not really worth doing, I am going to fight it by myself for now. And I feel like I'm just gonna pause it because it's not an interesting battle. I mean, the Axemen, yeah, they will cause some damage because they have some armor piercing, but other than that, I don't really feel like there's anything special. I mean, let's play the map just because it's new. Actually, probably not. Yeah, I'll just deploy my army like so. And so. And I'm going to bring the Javelineers to the right. The reason why is because we do have some sort of a hill here, and I'm thinking that I'm gonna go down on the troops themselves. We'll have some young spears around as well, plus these other ones. There we go. So this is pretty much my deployment. I will march it towards their settlement here. As you can see, they're pretty tied up, so it means that my deployment up here will be useful. Probably I'll even appear behind them. So there we go. I'll put a pause in here and return to you in a second. And we're pretty much done. Now I'm just gonna occupy the settlement.
My renown.
Iron Ash Club. The wooden cudgel, which strikes as strong as iron, is good for two things: deflecting missiles and crushing heads. 60 damage, 60 to melee damage of hero, and +2 to motivation. Well, I prefer him as a commander. Of course, we have Agamemnon's scepter here, which improves our morale in the hero's aura, plus reduces the recruitment cost of heavy infantry. Although, is this as good? The +5 morale really helps. At getting, like, look at that bonus there. 1200 damage. +2 motivation. Let's see, can I give it to this commander right here? Yep. Well, let's give him this. could bring in now some better troops in this army. Like, look at this. We have some shielded spearmen, medium class frontline, shielded and can switch weapons.
I can do that.
Okay, what else do we have here? A bunch of clubmen. The only problem that we have at the moment would be food. Bronze, we're producing enough to where we could do this.
Leave it to me.
Let's see, I'll bring free for now, free clubmen. I'm also thinking about
I'm sure we can reach an agreement.
doing some sort of a deal here. Let's see. He's producing a good amount of food. It's not a single barter. Actually, this might be easier, though he doesn't have a supply. Barter trade agreement, let's see, 20. 20 food per turn, let's see, 500? No, 275. 400? When it comes to trade deals, there is a certain level at which the value of the trade goes up by a lot. I mean, as long as they still have a good supply and things, it's not going to increase by too much. At a certain point, when they're starting to be quite short on the resource itself, it's going to start going up. I think for the moment I am okay to just leave it like this.
I'll win or die trying.
Lord of men.
Let's see, what do we have here? So they're using this riverbed sifters, which produces a lot more gold, but it really removes the growth from the province. And I do not want that at the moment. This area will still improve, will still increase, will still grow. For Agamemnon, plus 30% to income from raising, 15% to income from sacking, and a bit more hit points. 15% to casualty replenishment when sacking with this army. That sounds pretty good to me. So let's start with the resources, and then we're gonna start with the casualty replenishments.
Let my enemies beware.
It pretty much creates a war machine out of Agamemnon's army.
You ask too much.
That won't work.
Settlement available to upgrade. Okay. Now, I do want to repair this port, to be honest. Or I could get a lot of food here. Yeah, let's focus on Mycenae first. As we do have a lot of influence. Right, and we're getting closer there. Nope. By 0%. So as long as we don't kick them out,
I solve your problem.
we're not going to have success over here.
I love a challenge.
Very interesting. Yeah, Diomedes is making and Sparta are making some expansions here, which I do not like. I mean, I prefer to have that territory under my control with the stone and everything else, but I guess I'll have to plan and go towards the north at this moment. Okay, we are getting attacked in one of our villages in Corinth here by a bunch of units, and they say that we have a low chance just because our troops are light. Right, these are expendable, but we do have some archers, we do have some javelins and some slingers. I don't think that a bunch of spears and a sword units will be enough to take us down. How are we going to do this? So let's say that they all arrive through here. Let me put down the spear over here. I'm going to keep these clubmen on this side. I will have the young spears on this side. And then we'll use it like this. Archers over here, we'll have the stringers over here, and we'll have the javelins over here. And let's wait for them to arrive in our village. Okay, apparently they're planning to take the path to the left.
Awaiting orders. On the move. Moving up.
Which in a sense makes sense. It leaves them less exposed on a few sides. But that doesn't mean I can't flank them.
Duty calls. Most certainly.
Already started doing some damage. Let's go behind them. Let's hold them down over here. Reposition this clubman.
Masters of war. Let's see blood.
Good. I'm gonna do this. Archers, you pummel them over there. We'll use these troops over here. We're gonna charge these units from behind. Okay. And let's get our hero involved here as well.
Your time has come. Masters of war. Trained and ready.
Sure. Let's throw our javelins over here.
Your hero is under attack. You are bound for Hades. Stop.
Good. And now I'm gonna do a charge with these young spears. There we go.
Your warriors are losing heart.
Speed and charge bonus. That bonus we do not care for.
Foes beware! Destroy the foe! Arrows ready! Massacre them!
Let's try to focus on these units here.
Stop battling and fight me!
Our hero is doing decently well. He's getting close to getting Aristea, which will increase his armor and melee attack, plus heal him a bit. There we go. That's what we want to see here. Spears, let's engage you here. Rest of the units, focus on these light spearmen, which seems to be doing quite well.
Staunch defender!
Come on, I should be able to get Aristea, I'm guessing.
Wipe them out!
Sure, go there, you focus on these. And there we have it. So, we're gonna try to
Victory is close enough to taste.
take down as many of them as possible. I'm gonna try to kill his hero as well.
Hades has claimed
Nice.
the enemy hero.
There we have it. A small army that thinks that they could take a village from us. No chance of that. We've just taken down his hero. We're gonna get some replenishments. There it is. Okay, an 18 stack army at our gates, +2 to happiness in own province. So we've got that research. And at this point I am going to go towards this, honoring our blood. Very important.
I court divine favor.
Not an option.
He has a bunch of sword skirmishers here, a huge army of sword skirmishers with some young spears. If I was to attack
I've
him,
got what it takes.
I feel like we're getting reinforced, right? Yes. We are gonna get reinforced by our settlement, which has 2 shielded clubmen, another hero, 2 light swordsmen, some light javelin, renowned slingers and bowmen. I really feel like we could take down this army, which would be a huge victory for us. If I am lucky here... Can I still move? Oh, I cannot move because we got... Well, either way, I at least assassinated one target. But yes, we got hit by their agents. I'm gonna try a narration of the raid.
The gods are displeased.
Fortunately, we failed. I was really trying to take down his morale.
Always with honor. King Agamemnon.
With him, it's pretty clear what I'm going to do. I am going to go towards the next settlement here of Marathon, which apparently has a lot of troops. Very interesting.
Not a chance. I'll do it right.
What is your target? Oh, you know what target you have. Okay, well, I feel like the most important thing to do right now is actually try to attack. I'm hoping that he will accept our engagement here.
Don't hold back.
And he did, but we are not getting reinforced by the settlement. Still, we do have a few good clubmen, which they have a lot of damage. Good defense, good morale, and they're shielded. Well, I still think it's going to be really good for us if we manage to take a victory here, if we manage to take out his army. Let's see. How do I want to approach this? There's some tall grass. I definitely don't want to fight him uphill. So I am thinking about bringing my entire army here to the right, just so that we can try to force on him a downhill battle. I'm imagining that this is not a huge hill, but if I'm placing my troops over here and I'm trying to throw a few javelins here and there, I might just bait him enough to come towards us. At which point he will have to squeeze a bunch of troops through here. Yeah, somehow I feel like probably doing something around here would be the right way to go forward. So I could go even further, but I feel like this is good enough. Spears. Let's bring our spears over here. Was he in? I think he was in a forced march, because look at that. They're all very tired. Let's take a look at the clubman over here. You know, as an idea for the future, what I would like to see, I mean, you can see over here, and let me just quickly pause this. You can see over here that their shields are very used. I mean, they look very used, right? Like they've seen battle. But how, what am I? Almost felt like I'm having a stroke or something. But I would like, as an idea for the future, I would like to see all the shields being new. Whenever you are recruiting a brand new set of troops, everybody has a fresh paint on their shields, on their armor and all of that. And as they grow to be a bit more veteran, maybe their armor and their shields look more used, you know, like they've seen battle and things like that. And maybe if they reach the top rank, you know, the maximum level of veterancy, maybe at that point change their looks even further to somehow signify that, you know, making them even changing their names to a royal shielded clubman, or I don't know, something like that, or a veteran.
Yes, I can.
I mean, it seems to me like it would be an interesting idea. Financially wise, I'm not really sure that that would really make sense in any way. What is the charge of these units? They don't really have a good charge, plus they're tired. Okay, means that we could charge them with our spears and not have to worry too much about it. Let's bring these units to the right here, since they're letting us do some sort of surround on them. Why not? And I'll have this clubman around here as well. Okay, you engage there, you engage here. Javelins, let's try to throw it on these young spears. Okay, now they're gathering around. Let's see if I can slow down and somehow surround these troops. This was a bit of a mistake. Let's just quickly retreat these troops. Right, we're getting surrounded here, and that's not something that we want.
Your warriors have been routed.
We'll engage in here. I'll bring in another spear on this side because it's 2 against 1. Yep, keep retreating there. Maybe even do this with toggle skirmish mode, right? So we're gonna run away while doing some skirmishing attacks. You go there, you turn around and do this. Basically engage those swords. And maybe I should put the entire army on guard mode. Good. Let's go down here. Let's start engaging with these units. Increase the attacks, increase their power. Let's do this. I'll give you toggle skirmish as well because we don't want to.
Warriors are rallying.
Perfect. Let's remove you from skirmish mode and let's try to get these sword skirmishers. And we've gotten caught. On this side, let's see. These troops are standing still, so let's not do that. You engage there, have this spear engage these units. Our hero will stay and fight his hero. Now, a bit of a blunder early on, but I feel like we can make it through. Let's go forward here. Perfect. So the enemy hero has died. Which pretty much means that now all of his troops will be broken. Let's engage you there. You engage over here. Guess I can take people off guard mode.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Just gonna try to take down a few more of their troops. Yeah, a slight blunder here in the beginning. Send those troops forward a bit more than I should have had. Now, kill a few more. Nice. But the important thing is that we recovered. I am going to take all of the replenishments that I can from them right now, right? Because taking captives motivates him, right? Yeah, look at that. 12 replenishment plus 1 motivation for taking the warriors on.
My reputation grows.
He also became exemplary from achieving heroic victory, minus 10% to the morale of all enemy units in this region and plus 3 morale to all units in the heroes army. Great, he became a militarist, this diplomat. Post army won a battle. This one believes that few problems in the world can be better solved than through force of arms, and this one gives us 5% more morale. So this army is starting to become so much better. 20 growth, plus 3 happiness in the local region, or minus 25% to success chance of enemy agents actions against this hero, and minus 2 to hero fans wounded. Minus 15% to upkeep cost of all heroes faction wide. I mean, sure, we're gonna go into that direction. As you can see, his army is out. I am going to quickly attack this one as well. Ooh, that is brutal.
It's slavery for them.
And now we can go and attack the settlement as well. Do I want to do the reduction in upkeep at this moment? 15% more ammunition, missile resistance to the entire army, or increase the recruitment rank. Well, this is good as well. But let me do the reduced upkeep by 15% to all of our heroes. And then let's attack the settlement here. Now I feel like at this point we don't really need to wait anymore, just because we have a really good hero. And the final thing that we will do now that he has rank 3 is that we will throw him in the court of Agamemnon. So this is a beautiful map. What direction to take? Definitely want to split my army slightly. So, we will do it. I will take... I'm not gonna take this path. It's taking us too long, too much through the edges of the map and things like that. So, let's take 2 spears and a clubman. Put him here, put them here, and they'll go through that sector here, or through that sector. And I'm gonna take another 2 spears here. We'll make these small groups here. Probably we'll take this entire area like this. We're gonna go through here. Probably we'll take another group and push them forward, either to return here to support this area or go around. However, it's quite swampy over here in the terrain. Mud slows down heavier units and reduces their combat effectiveness. And finally I'll have 2 javelins here. We'll keep the hero around and we'll see where exactly we will support the rest of the troop. You know, it almost makes me want... Can I draw his troops towards me? Now, our troops are, of course, medium weight. And they won't be super effective either. But I feel like fighting them in the swamp might not be a bad idea. Let's see if we can draw them to us. Just gonna go with skirmish mode on. Now I'm gonna try to throw a few javelins and see if they'll be drawn to us. Oh, he has a few javelins as well. And his range is not bad. Okay, let's retreat because we will be losing a lot. Okay. I'm gonna take half of the troops and we're gonna go like this. I wouldn't want to get bogged down and held by one heavy unit in this area here while they're pummeling us with javelins. So let's not give them the opportunity to do so. I'm just gonna forward this. Perfect. They've changed positions here, so this gives us an opportunity to go in. Yep. Let's bring these troops around. Let's see. Let's use our spears for the charge. The clubman will go around for the moment. Attack with the hero. We're gonna go in like this. Okay. And I'm just gonna draw this clubman over here and engage
Your hero is
these
under
troops.
attack.
Perfect. Now let's try to protect them from the missiles. Move these troops forward, I guess. I could probably bring the clubman around like so. If you didn't know, in the game, if you hold down shift, you can draw yourself some sort of a path. And they will do their best to follow it. You engage them here. You engage these swords here. Get the clubman involved as well. These javelins decided to follow them. Let's get increased melee damage there. Good. So far so good. We really need to make sure that this flank falls, and soon. Probably let's focus on throwing some javelins in these Island Club warriors, because we can attack them, you know, from behind. I will do that. Hero, follow him.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Oof, that's not great. Let's have you go forward here. The hero is dead, right? Use your javelins over here. You follow these Island Club warriors, why not? Probably bring these other troops to the flank. Ah,
Your warriors are losing heart.
I right-clicked here, I did the double right-click thinking that from here they'll go around like this, but they decided to return and do some sort of a dumb move. Okay, these spears engage over here.
Athena, guide me.
Awaiting orders. Let's see blood.
For the Achaeans.
At the end of the day, it won't matter how many casualties we are taking here. We are taking the entire region
My Ares,
of Mycenae,
your warriors are rallying.
and this victory will be very valuable to us. Good. Another set of troops have broken. Let's engage all of these. I guess you follow them there.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Attack! Trained and ready! Let's take them!
Okay, you rest around. It feels like they're starting to break here. Yeah, the battle is over. Oh, this feels good for today. Such a good victory, such a good day. We're just gonna occupy it. We don't want to destabilize Mycenae. He became a sapper. He also became bold, increasing the morale even further and the aura size of the hero. Leaden Spear, +6 to the melee attack of hero and +70 to the melee damage of hero against spear units. Okay,
I love a challenge.
interesting. Well, there we have it. We took control of Mycenae. We are now getting a supply of wood, which I should be investing in. Let's invest in food as well. And as far as the commandment, more growth and happiness could be good. Let's see. Yeah, our influence is starting to go up now. Sure, let's take growth and happiness for the moment. At this moment, there's nothing else here that we should worry about. I'm going to start to go towards Ionia and then over here to Elis, but apparently from the north they are attacking as well. We might not be able to take these cities just because we focused a lot on this side, on the east. Which means that we should start looking towards the north, right? We need the stone from here, stone, wood, a bit more wood and gold. And I would recommend that before you start focusing over here in taking Troy, that you make sure that you've cleared certain areas, either Crete or maybe up here to the north. Because as soon as you discover, or some of these factions discover you, they might not be on your side, and they're already going to take some penalties to diplomatic standing because you will be a bigger power, right? You are a rising strategic threat at the moment, so we're just getting minor penalties, but as we become a strategic threat in itself, then people will start to hate us, right? So there will be even more factions fighting against you. You have to be very careful not to just focus on taking Troy and just try to, just straight line for Troy. You have to make sure that you have your back protected, because one faction with a 20 stack army might not be important, but having 4 or 5 minor factions with a 20 stack army each can represent a huge problem. So keep that in mind as we go forward as well. Maybe you're playing the game as well.
King Agamemnon.
And for the moment, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you did, do consider leaving a like, as you know how YouTube works, helps me, helps the channel grow. And until tomorrow, I thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful day.